Nice Guy Paul Linn plans to end the return of John Brzenk. Of course, Paul Linn will be facing John Brzenk October 23rd, 2021 in a super match, part of Travis Bajan's ROTN events on the East Coast of the USA. It is going to be very, very interesting for the arm wrestling the world to witness, mainly for the reason that John Brzenk, the greatest arm wrestler of all time, is making his comeback. He is in the sport once again at the age of 57 years old, and he has defeated Chance Shaw, he's defeated Dimitri Kachan, and now the next step in his journey of returning is Paul Linn. And Paul Linn, he plans on ending the run right here. John, of course, people are talking about John going all the way back to world number one for his weight category, facing people like Hadzimur Zaloyev and Sasha Andreev, all those sorts of names people are throwing out there for John. But Paul Linn, do not underestimate Paul Linn. He is the number one contender in the WAL middleweight division. He is in incredible form, and he has every intent on being in the best shape that he has ever been in when he faces John on October 23rd. So I thought let's have a look at some of Paul's recent pullings. You can see here, let's have a look. All right, you can see here, the Ruler of the Nation by ArmTV. This is some footage of a round robin of Paul Linn. He will single-handedly go through 21 matches without being defeated on the right arm. And some of the caliber arm wrestlers that he faces are truly amazing. So look, here's Jason Merlo, for instance, an elite arm wrestler in his own respect. Jason Merlo on the right of screen. Watch what Paul Linn does in the strap. No dramas, wrist flexion, side pressure. Get out of the way, done. Paul Linn. Paul Talbot here, again, a former WAL world champion right there, being made light work by Paul Linn. Paul Linn's fundamental strengths truly are impressive. You can see the integrity of his hand and wrist is amazing. There are no weak links in Paul Linn's game. If you have a look at his style, he has amazing back pressure. He has amazing side pressure. He has amazing ability to protect his pronation. You can see there, he's happy to hold on and just bang sideways. As he lines up all these people at this tournament, you got to appreciate the work that would be into his arm, taking on this many people in a row. It's no small task at all. He literally 21 matches in a row, quality arm wrestlers everywhere, and he dismantles a lot. So when Paul Linn faces John Brzenk, the question's going to be, how is he going to take on John? Where will he look to attack John? Can he defend against the hand and wrist of John, which is known to be the greatest hand in the history of the sport? The wrist flexion, the pronation from John is absolutely immense, as we see Bill Sinks here, another elite WAL arm wrestler, hugely strong defensive arm wrestler. Watch what Paul Linn does. Let's have a look. You can see Bill Sinks being cheeky there. He wants that strap probably. Bill Sinks very much a defensive arm wrestler. Let's see if he gets there. Can't even get to the straps against Paul Linn. He just holds on, says, buckle up, Bill. We're going sideways. And makes light work of him once again. But yet back to the Brzenk match with Paul Linn. Paul Linn is coming up against the greatest hand in the history of the sport. The wrist flexion, the pronation from John is something else. I think Paul Linn's going to attack him with back pressure. The bicep strength. Have a look at the way Paul protects his pronation through great use of the bicep. You can see it there as he takes on a super heavyweight opponent. Paul Linn's bicep strength gets him into the match. Then his wrist flexion takes over. And then once it's secure, look at that side pressure. Something that he will need to employ against John. John isn't known for his side pressure. He's known for his control in his hand and wrist. He's known for denying you access to your own power. But that's one of the things that makes Paul Linn's style so interesting, is that he protects his access to power incredibly well. The fundamental strengths that he has are really built that he doesn't have one particular ace. He has a very strong foundation that allows him to protect the critical fundamentals of pronation. And it's very difficult to pin Paul Linn. if John Brzenk attacks Paul Linn high, let's have a look here. Jason Miller here, he's a great elite top roller. But no match for the hand and wrist of Paul. You'll see it was, again, bicep and wrist flexion. That was the key. Does John Brzenk have as much bicep strength as Paul Linn? To be honest, I'm going to say probably not. But John has the wrist flexion. John has the pronation. It's going to be a fascinating match. As we look at this, I think this is the last match here against former World Arm Wrestling League champion Paul Talbot. Genuine elite arm wrestler. And have a look at Paul Linn after having defeated that many different people. Look at that, he actually took a loss there. I didn't realize he was going to take a loss in that. But winner of the day with 21 wins before finally coming undone to Paul Talbot, who is fresh in the background. But ladies and gentlemen, do not underestimate Paul Linn. He is coming to put a stop to the return, this glorious comeback that is John Brzenk's return. It's hard to bet against John Brzenk, but when you look at the fundamental dedication that Paul Linn has to this sport, he's a consummate professional in the way that he approaches his training. Very consistent, very relentless, and probably the damn nicest guy in the sport as well. So it is going to be a fantastic match. I can't wait for it. It's October 23rd. It's not far away. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know who to bet on this one. I think you have to bet on John, but I would not be surprised if Paul gets the upset. And as I said, Paul's probably the nicest guy in the sport. John, man, how can you go past John as well? Who are we cheering for in this match? I don't know. Whoever wins arm wrestling will be celebrating. But anyway, it's coming up soon. Guys, let me know what you think about this match. Does Paul have a chance? If so, how's he going to beat John? Or will the GOAT continue his rise back to ascendancy and the world #1 rank and leave Paul in his wake? Alright guys, take care. Speak soon.